It's the 4th of July edition. A lot of people is mad about what I said about Chavez, but I don't really know what there is to be mad at. If you wanted in your country, what are you doing here? They got mad at me over that. I remember yesterday they was like, "Yo, we don't know if we don't know if blah 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 that's alleged." Like, what do you mean alleged? Shine Bomb confirmed it's a warrant for him down there. What are you talking about? You know, people got mad at me over that. I did a video earlier today. They got mad, and I'm like, I don't know what y'all mad at. They the ones that want him, not me. They the ones who got a warrant for him. Jonah, what it do? Killer, what it do? Michael, Virtuoso in the building. Happy 4th of July. Went to see Wendy. Gave me some fries. Got some fries. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, I don't think it's as controversial as people are making it out to be. It's just that, well, that's a touchy subject right now. But, fam, if you had a warrant out since 2023, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You can't make that Jake Paul's fault. How could it be Jake Paul's fault? He got a warrant from 2023. People got to grow up, man. Grow up. Countries have borders. Grow up. Herb says, salute, what it do? You already know. Shit is crazy out here. The Russian better be even Bivol shit threw me for a loop. But I already said that I think that's Umar Kremlev. He probably trying to do that because the IBA is not likely to get recognition back from the IOC. You know, that they probably still want to oversee all the amateur boxing, but that's not going to happen. World boxing basically took their place. The IOC is not likely to reinstate them or whatever. So they're basically a promoter now, a Russian-based promotional outfit. And I said that months ago that for whatever reason, they're starting to do their own boxing promotions. They're starting to do their own shows over there. So they're not going to go back to overseeing amateur boxing. And apparently, which, I mean, it's kind of only right that they be the ones that promote that fight for the Russians. Before Turkey came into it, I said that, look, better be even Bivol to Americans. It's not going to really be all that because they're two Russian nationals. There's just not a large enough Russian contingent in America to make that a big fight here. And Turkey saved it for us. He put it together both times. Now, I mean, it's good. But the ones who probably really want to see that more than anybody and are going to be excited about it are the Russians because it's two of their fighters. So they're going to try to do it over there. Now, I don't know if that improves or lessens Dmitry Bivol's chances over there. I saw somebody raise the concern that they're a lot more lax with drug testing when it comes to over there, and I agree with that. Better Beef might come in there blonde for all I know. You know? But, hey, I'll watch it. Um, and it just is what it is. Is Buddy from X? We'll see, bro. I don't even know who that dude is, man. He literally randomly started tagging me yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before that, talking about, I want to debate about the tariffs. What about the tariffs? I was never a proponent of the tariffs. That's how I know old boy lying.
Happy Fourth, Jules.
Happy 4th, country. I literally said I'm not a proponent of the tariffs because the difference in cost gets offloaded to the consumer. Remember when we was talking about that shit, country, last time? That was towards the end of last year, like in October.
Yeah, I remember.
We was talking about the tariffs. I was like, that's one thing that I'm not a fan of because the importer's not going to pay that. We going to pay that. That was one of the policies I was not for. But apparently he won't argue about the orange dude is what he want to argue about. He wanted, I guess, the other one to win. It's hard being a content creator, country.
I know.
Get all sorts of weirdos trying to talk to you all day and shit. Not y'all. I love y'all.
They pop up out of nowhere, man. Like that one dude who left you the comments about you being a Bud fan and being biased.
Yeah.
What he said about Errol Spence. It's like, really, dude? And
Yeah,
I can't keep track of this shit.
Or that other guy that
you remember, but you remember the buildup of Spence and Crawford. You had the KO SSI dude. You had the other dude in the truck that he was wearing a uniform, and it's like, yo, y'all talk all that shit to be dead wrong, basically.
Or
y'all
like
said
that,
all that shit just for me to be right.
Or like that guy that was saying, "Oh well, why are you wasting our time giving us a breakdown? I could walk down the street and watch them fight at the projects." And
so then go like, so then go to the projects then.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
It was like, yeah, yet here you are commenting. You know, it's like,
yeah, it's that this is a generation of hipsters that they think this generation is full of hipsters that think they feelings matter. Like, Brody, my feelings don't matter, let alone yours. What I think don't matter. But for some reason, you must want to hear what I think because you here. What the fuck you doing here then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pork Chop. Turkey cooking up something nice for November. Yes,
that
is, bro.
True.
Yes. He already said, y'all seen what they said, that if Bam win, and he probably is, he gonna fight Fernando.
Fernando who?
Puma Martinez.
Oh yeah, I know that. But yeah, that's gonna be a bang.
Then why you said Fernando who?
Yeah, I just know Puma Martinez. I didn't know his first name was Fernando. So you ain't know his
name was Fernando?
Nope. All I heard was Puma Martinez.
That's
what
racist.
What you drinking, bro?
Not me. I ain't drink shit. I'm sober.
No, I'm talking about who. Yeah, what you drinking, bro?
You sipping on, man? D-ball.
Sipping on America.
Somebody just cracked open the beer. Somebody just.
I heard that. Alex. Heard that shit?
That was Alex. I heard that shit.
Nah, that wasn't me, bro. I'm on whiskey tonight, man.
That was you, dog. I heard that.
Fam, I will show you what I'm sipping. I'm sipping Dalmore right now, Scotch whiskey, man.
So I'm supposed to have a debate with a liberal tomorrow. I don't even know what he want to debate about. I ain't even playing like
I'm supposed to politics talk.
Hey, he must have heard me as villain on your channel. Now he got some pride. He got some beef with you now.
What did you say? You're having a debate
account
with a liberal during Catterall and Harlem Eubank. It's supposed to
man,
be
leave Julio alone, bro. He's all right.
That's his burner account, bro.
Hey, you got last night, bro. That shit was funny as fuck.
No, because esto es lo que yo voy a hacer. Yo I'm gonna do it. But I'm going to tell him, you came up or no debate. Yo quiero ver la feura de este tipo. Yo estoy harto de esta gente fea, jodiendo y hablándome. Yo sé que esta gente son feas. Que they're like weirdos. You came up, you motherfucker. Because I know you listening. You came up, or the whole thing is off. Yo quiero ver la cara de este pendejo.
You know, excuses like, como que no camera. I don't want to hear that shit.
No joda, mamagüevo, que si yo no tengo problema tener la cámara, tú no tienes que tener problema tampoco. Unless tú eres un fucking feo y tú lo sabes y por eso entonces toda esa vaina. Yo estoy harto de esta gente fea hablándome a mí, man.
Like, keep it real, let us know. You good? You know what I mean?
I have seen every member of this panel. That's how I know Country is the best looking one, because I've seen every member on the panel.
Thank you.
That's my man right there. You already see. Ow! For my man Virtuoso.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Virtuoso, man.
For my man Virtuoso, see?
Nice
like
that's Che Guevara right there, bro.
Che Guevara, mamá huevo, coño. Che Guevara. No, pero yo me harto de verdad, porque yo sé que estas son gente ridícula y gente mediocre que siempre me están jodiendo a cada rato. Like, yo, fuck off, bro. Hazte un canal y toda esa vaina que tú piensas, say that shit over there.
Hey, what if he comes up and he has like purple and bluish hair and shit?
I was about to ask that.
Es que undefeated, ya tú sabes, man. Like, you already know. Like,
you gotta
300 pounds.
You gotta request in the chat, man.
Would I be able to talk? Yeah, let me shoot a link to Solid Snake. Y'all remember Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid? Meryl, no.
That's what the hoes call me in the hood.
Solid Snake,
Metal
right?
Gear.
Solid Snake. You know what I'm saying? esta gente me tiene en jalta. Ever since that dude took office, they mad like yo, take a Thai boat class, bro. You know what I mean? Go to get a gym membership or something, bro. Toda esa energía tú la estás gastando en el internet. Being mad at me is not gonna change anything.
So has Spicy sent you any death messages yet?
I'm waiting because the shit she said, like, look, the shit she said was fucking stupid, dog. The dude had a warrant since 2023. Scheinbaum herself confirmed that. So it ain't like motherfuckers just fucking with him to be fucking with him. They want him down there. They been wanted him down there, which is, why he came up here. The fuck? Get mad at me over that shit. Don, que lo que, manín? El Don está muy calladito.
What you drinking on, Don?
El Don está borracho. Está bebiendo.
Don Julio?
El Don Julio. But say that shit stupid. Like, what you gonna do, dog? You gonna argue with everybody? Is that gonna change something? I'm gonna change shit.
Somebody in the comments was like, "What's the topic?" I'd be like, "Freedom, motherfucking
freedom fries,
America." Fuck yeah!
You're not fucking riding the shark with eagles behind you, firing fucking fully automatic machine guns with fireworks in the background. What are you doing right now?
Yeah, what are you even doing with your life, man?
You know what I mean?
I'm saying, I love this country. I love these people. You know what I'm saying? I love motherfucking undefeated because he never lost.
Zero.
Fucking love country because that motherfucker always eating pizza. All the time, eating pizza all the goddamn time.
Papers and shit. Like, bro,
I've been cutting down on the pizza, man, ever since.
He'd be typing and shit.
Love Virtuoso because he's from the same streets as me. Different borough, same streets. You know what I'm saying? I love Don. You know what I'm saying? Because his voice is deeper than everybody's. So when he laughs, it's like standing next to King Henry or some shit. But yeah, like I got like 2-3 liberals the last 3 days trying to argue with me and shit. They mad at the Cheeto man. I don't know him. The fuck you think talking to me gonna do? I don't know that man.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, because you're the front man in all this. Like, they can't come at the panel. Like, nobody gives a fuck about us, but your name's out there like that. You know what I mean? So fuck.
But I don't even think my name out there like that. That shit is just some desperate shit. Like the real shit is, look, the real shit is people like that. They got wild energy to do not productive shit. Not productive shit that, you know what, you got views and opinions and all that shit. So get you a channel and tell people how you feel. Nah, you want to do the lazy shit, go on somebody else's shit, because that's what it is. Like, you look at it as a shortcut. You know what I mean? Like, nah, do your own thing. Fucking can. Lazy shit. Do your own thing.
Plus, they have like an aversion to common sense and objectivity too. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's how it looked to me. Like, I heard what happened to Chavez, and I'm like, well, I mean, the fuck else was gonna happen, dog? You got a warrant out there.
And you know what? I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, man. Like, there's decent liberals out there, so I would say the extreme ones, because I know I got some liberal peeps, and they're cool as fuck. They ain't on that bullshit extreme shit. They got common sense, you know what I mean? But like, there's too many that what I call extreme.
No, look. The shit is that we could say that about any demo,
exactly.
any compilation, configuration of individuals. There are always some good apples, always some bad apples. But at the end of the day, I'm only talking to motherfuckers that's talking to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what matters. Yeah,
I'm only talking about like I don't know all the liberals. I just know the sick motherfuckers that's talking to me. Because any motherfucker, I know Alex wouldn't do that. I know Virtuoso wouldn't do that. Undefeated wouldn't do that. Country wouldn't do that. Right? Too much pride, too much sense of self. What grown man gonna sit there making ghost accounts to talk to people on Twitter, bro? What? Bro, they
have a mental illness.
Like, bro,
they have a mental illness when they have like mad hashtags on their tweets.
Yeah, like you got to think about what man in his 30, 35, 40 something, yo, let me get an alt account so I could just talk crazy on, like, bro, get a fucking life, bro.
For real.
Hey, you're upsetting Gooch, man. He says stick to boxing. He's not happy with you right now.
Nah, I'm gonna be political. No, I'm gonna be political all night. Fuck that shit. It's July 4th. America! Fuck yeah!
Congress IQ.
I believe you had You had a
They
request, right? Independence Talk. Somebody requested Independence Talk.
Somebody said that shit.
Yeah,
I wish
you
they
had
would have had Hatfield from Metallica singing that shit. Imagine that. Hatfield,
Oh,
America.
oh, yeah.
You know
For
what I'm
real.
saying? He would have killed that shit, bro. He'd have killed that shit.
I just hate when you go to Instagram, like all your liberal friends, they're it's 4th of July and they're just bitching, like just
Sí,
bitching. It's
pero
like God damn,
tú sabes lo que me molesta a mí.
oh,
Ellos hablan tanta mierda de este país, but they don't want to leave.
they don't.
Look, and I'm not telling you to, ¿me entiendes? I'm not saying that. Pero si no te gusta este país, ¿qué tú haces aquí entonces? Vete.
It reminds me of a woman when she's talking about, oh, my man ain't shit, he's broke. Bitch, what the fuck you doing?
This is the shit I'm saying, that they'll say this and they'll say that, but you know what they won't say? I'm leaving. At least
I mean,
Rosie
what
O'Donnell.
are they doing to rectify the issue?
At least Rosie O'Donnell took her dumb ass to Ireland, right? And good fucking riddance, by the way.
Hey, she did what she said she was gonna do, though.
Right? Ellen DeGenerate went to
UK.
Where did DeGenerate?
UK.
She went over there. Like, yeah, go over there, Ellen DeGenerate. Because you killed Dan Heche, and everybody knows it.
Hell,
Oh, shit.
That shit was shady.
I think.
Killed that shit.
That motherfucker sat the fuck straight up before they put him in that ambulance. And they're like, nah,
You
bitch, lay the fuck back down.
seen that shit.
Yes,
That, yo,
I've
she
seen it with
was
my
still
own eyes,
moving
bro.
and all that.
He sat the fuck up, came out of that bag, and they're like, nah, back in the body bag, bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
And like, hold up. And y'all are at the scene of a car accident. Why y'all wearing biohazard suits?
Right? Something about the whole NH shit.
Bro, what
It's
part of
not
the game
right,
is
bro.
that? That's not even a thing, dog.
Something about that shit ain't, and you know me, dog. I'm suspicious of everything and everyone. Virtuoso, I'm suspicious of you. I'm watching you.
What? What did I do?
I don't know yet.
Okay, let's keep it that way.
But I'm supposed to have this debate with this liberal guy. He tried to lie because y'all was here when I said this, that I'm not a proponent of the tariffs. It doesn't solve anything. They're going to offload that cost on the American consumer. I'm not a fan of that. I don't see what good that does for us. There were other policies that I was a fan of, like keeping boys out of girls' sports. Yes, yes, keep them out.
Absolutely.
And they doing that. So, yeah, they doing that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking Liam Neeson, what's that motherfucker with the swimming? Tall motherfucker? The dude that was swimming with the girls? You see what's going on, right?
They stripping his ass.
Fucking right. I was a fan of that.
Yep.
Chief Keef got to give back all his fucking medals and shit, right?
K-Leaf, nah. They're not going to do that.
They're not going to do that?
Because I know why they not going to do that. It's too much of a mess at that level to go back and do that. I wish they would do that, but it's too much of a mess. The better thing to do is, look, man.
Not let it happen again.
Yeah, we can't change the past, but let's make sure that shit don't happen again.
No, I'm cool with that, man.
That's the thing.
Me,
right
that's
there.
just a fucking...
They're so stubborn. Yo, they still haven't given Roy Jones Jr. his gold medals.
Nah, they should strip her, take her medals back. A couple of years ago, the punk ass Houston Astros, they were fucking cheating and they didn't do nothing. And it's like, yo, like do something. Bring
like
shame back.
Once it's too much to even deal with punishment, it's better to just move forward and make.
Because the other thing is the legal kerfuddle. You do this right, there's gonna be girls that could turn around and say, "So wait a minute, you admitting that was a man?" That's the first thing. You admitting, by taking that back, you are admitting that was a man. On top of that, the IBA told you that's a man, and in spite of all of that, you still let him come in here and punch me in my face. Basically, that's why I think they like, nah, we gonna leave that the way it is.
You know the other factor, right? Too. Whenever it comes to situations like this, whenever you got punishment getting doled out, the birds come out to sing when they see one person get punished. The birds come out to sing. All the ones that were staying in the closet, they come out to sing. And now as a committee or as an overseeing body or whatever, you got to deal with all that shit. So
that if you go back and try to rectify it, you're basically acknowledging that this shit is your fault because the IBA already banned them. The IBA, right? So if they banned them and they told you they banned them and you go ahead and let them fight anyway, all right, whatever happens after that is your fucking fault. It's your fault. because they told you.
The IOC's fucked up though, man. Like
You see the motherfucker that did it step down. It's a woman in charge of the IOC.
I've been lucky enough to have two colleagues, man, that I met in the military, and they both went on to perform in the Olympics at the Olympic level. And bro, the stories they told me, dog, holy shit, the IOC's fucking crazy, bro.
Crazy.
It's corrupt.
So at the end of the day, and without getting too into that shit, everybody saw what the theme of the last Olympics was. So miss me with the bullshit. Everybody seen what the fuck y'all, that whole shit, the opening ceremony, like what even is this, bro? Who you think want to see this shit? I ain't watched them shits. Fuck that.
Yeah, bro, here's the thing. It had nothing to do with all those athletes, what they went through all those years, what they're looking forward to, what they embody.
Nothing.
Their ethos had nothing to do with any of that shit, bro.
And the other thing is that some of the people that are competing, if it's supposed to be about all in all, some of the people that are competing from those countries, they ain't even down with that shit. So what are you doing? Yeah, in some countries, they not down with that shit. Nope. So what are you doing? Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm supposed to debate this liberal tomorrow. And I already know, we about to get off to a bad start because you started lying. I was never a proponent of tariffs. I said the cost is going to get offloaded on the customers at checkout. So I don't see what that is. And even now, I still don't see like
what topic do you guys disagree on other than that?
No, this is what he started off with, bro. You could go to my page on Twitter and see this is what he led with. Oh, I know 100% you said I'm like, what? Dog, I got the video from last year where I literally said what I just said. I'm not a proponent of the tariffs. I don't see what that's gonna fix. All that's gonna do is make things more expensive for us because the importer. No. He's a liberal. No. He's a liberal, and he needs to be humiliated because he's a liberal.
I know, but they're already a joke. They're already. You understand that they're a national joke. Do you understand that look at the numbers? There's Democrats, right? And then out of those Democrats, out of the voting base of Democrats, let's say there's 70 million that voted. There's only about 3 million people that are hardcore liberals. I mean, these people are like the ones that stand aside from the voting base. The voting base just votes because they didn't want Trump or whatever. And then a lot of people don't care. Half the country votes. That means half the country doesn't even give a fuck. And these people, you're never going to convince them.
Look, I want to make him feel bad about himself. I want him to have a really messed up day.
You want to make him. You don't think he's going to realize it one day and be like, wow, I don't get laid. I don't get pussy. Like something's wrong with you.
Because knowing that guy, he probably doesn't even want pussy.
After you slaughter him, you can say, hey, you know what? Rest easy knowing that a non-American will win tonight's fight, bro. There you go.
Yeah, because you hate him, because they hate America. I'm like,
have you seen that guy that does the memes that goes, I'm a liberal guy?
Yeah, the redhead dude with the long hair.
Underwear. I'm gonna wash my wife's boyfriend's underwear tonight.
You talking about the same dude that I'm a liberal guy.
I just got my Harris t-shirt.
All those people are annoying. Even like the hardcore right? Those conservatives, those motherfuckers are annoying.
No, porque it's like if you're old enough, and I'm pretty sure most of the people on the panel on tonight are old enough to remember that smoking pot became annoying. What? Because you guys keep posting about it. Like,
my god!
Like y'all ruined that shit. Like, it was the cool shit, but because to smoke now you want to be seen smoking with the smoke. But like,
don't get on Instagram. April 20th, 420. God damn!
It's a
like back in the day, like corny, it was still illegal, but on the low, like nobody gave a fuck. Now they give a fuck. Thanks. Good job.
Yeah, like now it's corny now, and then I feel to a lesser extent they did that with tattoos. I'm probably one of the few humans on earth that have none. I have none.
Hey, it's Capricorn thing. I have none either, bro.
No. I'm good, dog. If there's gonna be something on my body, I'll put it there, bro. Okay? I drew it. I did it. Other than that, I'm good, dog. I don't, because they fucked it up for me, dog. At the gente, they run around, they get the shit. What even is that shit? What is that a mural of, bro? I don't know. I picked it out at the parlor. You picked it out at the fucking parlor, bro? So it doesn't even mean anything. But when
motherfuckers, $400 on it.
The motherfuckers kept getting that too that Kodo has. Yeah, look cool on Kodo, bro. On Kodo.
Yeah, the
Everybody
barbed
got
wire.
Yeah, bro. Like the fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit is
I,
crazy.
this girl one time she gave me some dome, and in her bag she had a Bible verse, and it was like,
Bro, like, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Yo, that is just such a contradiction, bro. I don't know.
Yo, I love it, bro. Like the world is just you gotta laugh sometimes at shit. But
Let
I'm
me
gonna
guess. Did
talk.
it say thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods?
No, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's ass. That's
Yeah.
one of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's ass, or his wife, or his house.
Can't covet the cheeks of the crib, dog.
Can't covet the cheeks, but you can slap them. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So, I'm gonna debate this liberal guy, and we'll see. But that's gonna be one of the rules that you gotta cam up. I'm tired of you faceless weirdos demanding my time, dog. My time is money. I don't even really want to talk to you. The only reason I'm talking to you is because I'm making money while I'm doing it. And if I get some good sound bites, that's more money. Other than that, I don't want motherfucker talking to me. Why the fuck y'all all want to talk to me? I know what the fuck it is. Y'all think I'm cute. Fucking weirdos. That's the only reason y'all doing that shit. Fucking weirdos. Hate that shit.
Bro, my dude. Oh, hell no.
That's what it is, bro.
No, I'm just saying this dude said Joe did a fantastic job with the country
That was
FOH, bro.
sarcastic. No, he was being sarcastic.
Please,
He's
okay, I'm
being
about to say
sarcastic, bro.
He's like, bro, you
Him and
serious?
Gooch are arguing
Nah.
politics at the moment.
No, and it's the wild shit that in the video I did, I said, look, check it out.
Oh, fucking goose.
Check it out. When did Chavez come into the country? During the Biden administration. When did Chavez's tourist visa expire? During the Biden administration. They let him stay here for a year. Who identified him as somebody that might have some criminality? That was during the Biden administration. Y'all didn't put him out. That's the reality of it. Biden didn't think enough of that to put him out. People in the Biden administration. This orange motherfucker, like, nah, he gotta go. He gotta go. That's you could like it, you could love it, you could lump it, but whatever it is, you see the difference in how they handled the same situation. Under Biden, Chavez stayed in the country with an expired visa over a year. No, and they knew, it's a warrant out for him in Mexico. But y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all didn't extradite him. Y'all didn't do nothing. What's the difference? You see the difference. They went at him. Get your little bit of money, right? Get your money with Jake. Let him beat your ass. And then we got you after that. That's the difference. You can't say it's not a difference in how they handled it. No, there's a noticeable difference. But I think, you could like it, you could not like it. But that's why they voted for that guy. I mean, like, for some people, that's what they voted for. For other people, it was keeping boys out of girls' sports. It was keeping boys out of girl bathroom. There were different issues. It's not just one. There were different issues. People gravitated towards what they thought was important. It's the lesser of two evils at the end of the day. And at least some of them, they getting what they wanted. But the tariffs, no, I was never a proponent of the tariffs. I don't see how that fixes anything. They're just going to offload the cost to us. Whoever the importer is, like, well, I don't want to pay that shit, so I guess I'm going to charge people more for it.
Yeah. The point is, though, to force businesses to stay here and stop going out to other countries. So
yeah, I mean, I know it's a long. I know. Yeah, we talked. Remember, me and you talked about it's the long game.
In the beginning, though, it's gonna hurt us a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah, we talked about it last year that it's the long game. That if they do this, in the long run, it might be a good move, but we're not gonna know that right away. All we know for sure is that tariffs, that cost gets offloaded to the customer at checkout. That's where that's gonna go.
Because the way the tariffs were set before he took office. You know what I mean? Like there was more, American companies were incentivized to make their production outside of the country. This is going to incentivize them to make their production in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're trying to limit imports.
Yeah.
And bring all that money back to America. So now, before I go smoke this cigarette, the question of the day is, what is y'all's reaction to Better Beef and Bivol happening in Russia now? It's probably Umar Kremlev. They haven't said it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's Umar Kremlev. I'm pretty sure that's the IBA paying for that now.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it gave me an erection.
You have an erection? Is it a full erection, like full salute?
Yes.
I love
good
it.
shit.
I love
okay.
it.
So you guys go over that while I smoke the cigarette. What is the reaction, good or bad, to that fight now happening in Russia on the Russians' dime instead of Turkey's?
Go
What
ahead.
fight are you guys talking about?
But Serbia Bivol.
It's going to Russia?
Yes.
I mean, the way I see it is, I don't give a fuck where the fight is. I'm watching it from the crib, so I'm hyped that two Russians are fighting
It's
in
gonna be a
fucking
good
Russia.
fight,
Like,
man.
let's
I
go.
don't care what nobody says. It's
Like,
gonna be
you know
a
what I
good
mean?
Yeah.
fight.
Like, two Americans should fight in America. Two Brits should fight in the UK. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I love it, man. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, they can fight wherever. It don't matter.
You already know that arena's gonna be lit as fuck. You might have some mafia brawls. A couple people might get bumped off that night. You know what I mean? It's gonna be dope, bro.
We're gonna say Putin in the
You know what I'm
crowd.
saying?
Oh yeah, he's gonna be
You
for
gonna be
real.
up in the loge and in the press near the press box. Like, what's good, y'all? Like, what's up?
Hell yeah.
Where is it going to be? I don't think it's going to be Moscow.
Probably not.
St. Petersburg, maybe.
I mean, they need to go somewhere safe.
Yugoslavia,
So if
maybe?
fucking Ukraine drone don't hit that bitch while we trying to watch the fight. That'll suck.
They're probably gonna do it like in Yugoslavia. Maybe
know
they're
what I
gonna
mean?
move it
Like-
to Estonia.
Hey, we can just start the conspiracy theory now. It's gonna be in Russia. Ukraine is gonna hold off attacks for that 24-hour period so the fight can go on.
That's funny, man.
Fuck it, why not, bro? It's
No,
2025. Apparently anything goes.
I think Ukraine is going to attack on the same day of the fight. So far, Ukraine has been attacking strategic objectives. It hasn't been talking. It's not been attacking places where are civilians. Not yet.
Yeah. You know, the sad part is, man, they're the same people, man. That's the sad fucking part, man.
No, they're not.
Oh, okay. No, don't. You want to do this?
Oh, no.
You want to do this history thing?
Yeah,
we can do it, bro.
The only thing I know is Ukraine is a different country. They say them themselves.
Okay, I hear that, but what
That's-
the
that's
government
why they're
no, here's the thing. The government will say that. The government says, "Oh, they're communists," and then they're like, "Oh, they're fat." Listen, the people. All right, bro. Kiev was the first capital of Russia. Like, its first capital was Kiev, which is the capital of Ukraine. Like, if you go back to when Russia was, first a country, they had an old saying: "Kiev's the heart, St. Petersburg is the brain." Like, there's a lot of pride in that being the heart of the mother of your country.
Okay, what
Yeah.
else the Russians told you? You're talking
No,
about
that's
the
what
Russian
history
perspective.
shows you. No, listen.
You're
You don't
talking
have to-
about the Russian perspective.
There's
Tell
not,
me,
that's
what
not
else?
any. No, it's not about a Russian perspective. It's facts, bro.
You,
Like, look
you
at
just
history.
said it. You just said it.
No, what I'm
Russia-
saying is, okay, I don't care. That was that was Russia. Ukraine is Russia. They're this. It's like at some point, okay. Because, for example, I'll give it to you like this. It's like at some point in the history of the United States, Texas is no longer part of the U.S. And now you got two groups. One group is saying, no, we're just the country of Texas. Fuck the United States. We don't have anything to do with them. And the rest of the United States is going, Texas is us. We're all Americans. That's like one day you live in Dallas. The next day you wake up, there's a border drawn and you're in a different country from the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still different countries, dog. You're trying to.
Yeah,
No. That's what happened with Russia and Ukraine, though.
yeah, if the Texans
Nah,
said
I
there's a
understand, man,
different
but that's why,
country,
like-
it's a different country. If
Like,
they-
trust me,
if you
I
guys
know.
want-
They
I know
come
about
from
that
the
history
same
as well,
cultural
man.
background. They have the same families. Do you know how many people in Ukraine and Russia are related directly? Like, not even like going far
It's
back.
yes, because it's only been 34 years since they've been a new country. So technically, that they're still part of Russia. I'll take it back. They are a different country,
Mhm.
but it's only been 34 years.
Bro,
Yeah,
thank you,
but the
bro.
thing
You're,
is,
you're agreeing with me. It's only been 34 years since
Yeah.
there was a line
But-
drawn and saying we're a different country.
El pinche abuelito, that motherfucker still speaking Russian and living in Ukraine.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, that's my point. What I'm saying is, it's sad because if you trace their roots, they're all the same people. They're the same culture. They're the same background. You know what I mean? Like, that's what makes it sad. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's kind of like Puerto Ricans. They're their own country, but at the end of the day, they're part of America.
Okay, see what? Here's the thing. I'm not denying that like they should have their own sovereignty. You know what I mean? You want your own
Absolutely.
sovereignty now? Fine. Okay, things change. I get it. Things change. But all I'm saying is, to me, it's sad because if you go back far enough, man, like, yo, you guys are all the same people. This is fucked up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, I would say more of, they have like the same issue as like California and Mexico. back in the days.
Yep, yep. It's
Like
kind of like
No, it's actually a very good, that's a very good
yeah,
comparison.
because
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not necessarily like they are the same. Like, they just probably share. They just happen to share like the same land, like like DR and Haiti. But you can tell
Well,
they're completely different people. Like,
but here's no. Here's the
hold on,
big
hold on.
difference.
Let me finish. Let me finish real quick. Let me finish real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Back in the days, the DR was Haiti. It used to be called Saint Domingue, but the thing is, after a while, we got independent, la la. But if you're gonna go, as you're saying, like, we should say that we're actually Haitian as well, because we are like we actually the same island. We don't share anything with anybody else.
Sí, yo soy haitiano, eso se sabe. Yo soy haitiano.
No,
Yo
exactly.
hablo francés, toda la vaina, toda la cosa.
Les pas
Chicken cordon bleu, popon bleu. Chicken bleu blanc.
Cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu, chicken cordon bleu, cordon
But
bleu.
let me break down the difference for you in that comparison. So when it comes to drawing lines and the way the land was, proprieted or sold or whatever you want to call it, right? It's actually sold. We actually purchased it. But the difference is you had white Americans of European descent, right, purchasing land from straight up Native Mexicans, where there was a mix of Native Americans and Native Mexicans in the American West. Ukraine and Russia is not that case. These are all the people. They all have the same background, the same skin color, the same cultural values. Everything is the same, coming from going back thousands of years. They're the same. They're all the Cossacks. They're all the same people.
Back to the question. I love the fact that it's in Russia. Two Russians fighting in Russia. It's kind of like if Turkey, right? He's the one with the bag. It's kind of like AJ versus Fury, but it's gonna be in Saudi. It's like, come on, bro, you can't do
Eso es
that
lo
shit.
que tú sabes que la gente quiere esa pelea y ellos aprecian esa pelea en ese país. Like, they're gonna give you the energy that perhaps you didn't get in the first two because it's something they're excited about. They want to see their boys rumble. Just like what I prefer to see AJ and Fury in the UK or here. No, leave it in the UK. They loved it. They need it over there, bro. Like, they're gonna love it.
That's for them.
Can you imagine AJ and Fury fighting in Vegas, bro?
No,
Like,
verdad.
for
It's not gonna
what?
be the same thing, bro. Like, mira cómo fue Conor Ben con Chris Eubank. La gente estaba emocionada. They was and you felt the energy come across the screen. They're like, yeah, it's good, So let them have. I'm not mad at it, but it does change my perspective on the fight because I do feel that, and I saw somebody else say it, but I agree with it. Politically, I think that favors Artur more than it favors Dmitry to do it in Russia. Yes, because of the politics and because they're a lot more lax with doping tests in Russia than they are here.
And that's why I'm excited about it being in Russia. Let's
And
go.
So y'all might have to say something else.
You
So
know
do you
it's
think that he
different.
has the advantage of the rubber match?
You know it's
He might
different.
now.
One thing you're fighting for a prize, but now you're fighting in front of your people, bro, against someone that comes from the same place. Or someone's gonna die.
Somebody got they. I think it'll make them fight even harder, bro.
Yeah,
For real.
So
with their dicks out.
I got a question for you guys. So how do you see Yard and Benavidez going?
I haven't thought about it yet,
I got
But
David.
but I'll say that it is different because it's different from any fight that David has had as a light heavyweight so far because Anthony's not a boxer. Vosdik is a boxer. Yeah, he's got this, he does that, but he's a boxer. David is a boxer. David Morrell, he is a boxer. Can he punch? Yeah, a little bit, but he is a boxer. Anthony's a puncher. He's a puncher. That's what he really is. Like, he don't got no amateur background, bro. Like, Anthony Yard, not Team GB, none of that. He's a puncher, and he's a mid-range to inside puncher. So it is different than any other situation he's had as a light heavyweight. They're like, yeah, you're fighting a puncher now, and he's a no frills puncher. There are not many bells and whistles there. You're gonna come forward, so is he. And we'll see what's what. Country.
Wait, are they fighting at cruiserweight or super?
No, it's heavyweight.
I mean, like heavyweight. My bad.
Yeah, for the super flyweight title.
Ah, fuck you. Because I remember I heard he went to fight Zurdo.
No. Ellos están peleando para el título que tiene David. They're fighting for the WBC. Because remember, David has that.
For the Toys R Us WBC belt.
for the Hotmail belt for the
got it,
Hotmail.
got it.
For
Yeah,
the
like una
America
manzana on
Online.
the side.
Yeah, for the
Hey,
America
Jules,
Online belt.
Jules. Hey, my wife was just passing through the room real quick, bro. She heard you talk. She said, "Ay, ese tipo dominicano."
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
You sound just like one, bro. Like, "Ay, ese tipo
No,
dominicano."
te lo voy a decir. Toda la
Hey,
gente
he's
se
talking, baby,
sorprende.
talking.
That's the last thing they think I am. They always think I'm a Boricua or some shit. Some people, like, they never get it right. Like, no, I'm Dominican, dog. I am half. That's what I am.
Mm.
And they never get it right. They think I'm a Bori. No, porque nena. Yo
No,
te
you
quiero
could pass for
tocar.
one, but nah.
Dude,
Bro, I could pass for a lot of shit, bro. If I let my sideburns grow, they gonna think I'm Jerry Seinfeld.
Hey,
Bro.
nah, look, you can
Nah,
pass
but,
for Boricua until you start talking, until you start speaking Spanish, bro. Then it comes out.
now
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you-
tell you something. I knew you were Dominican, for one of your relays. Like even though you didn't say nothing in Spanish, I knew because of the things you were saying. Just the
What
way
the
about
fuck
you
is
was going.
No,
that?
yeah, no, porque el dominicano tiene un ritmo,
Ajá.
una manera de pensar, de ser, de ver.
Un degenerado.
All right, is that somebody's child?
Yeah.
I
Sounds,
think-
what's that in the background?
That's
What?
Leo's kid.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I can see you.
You cannot.
I can see you. You're right there. Come on. You're right
Probably has
there.
like a, probably has
You
like a
know,
lion poster or something.
the only problem if it is in Russia that I could possibly think of is the time.
Sí,
That's it.
pero sí, posiblemente, pero that means that we'll get it earlier than usual, a lot earlier than usual, because
Like 4
when
a.m.
they, not 4 a.m. Pero como yo voy a decir right before the afternoon or in the afternoon, because they do shows over there. Like the IBA has a channel on YouTube, and whenever they do like fights and shit, it's usually like pretty early, like right before the afternoon or the afternoon.
Right.
And I don't look at that as a bad thing, by the way. Like, nah, if I could watch it with breakfast, hell yeah. I
I
wake
think the
up.
last show they did, I think they had a Jazzy
And con
Dickens
café
fight.
unboxing, hell yeah.
The fight is
Yeah.
gonna be very early, like in summer.
Yeah, but I'm not against it. See, yo puedo ver mi café.
The fuck was that?
I don't know what's going on.
My
Like
kid
I
said,
think-
"What's up, fool?"
Yeah.
Nah, if I could wake up and it's already on and I'm drinking coffee and it's already on, nah, that's a win. That's why I like the Japanese fights, because you wake up and it's already on. You know, when I'm
Yeah.
taking my son to the bus during the school year, yeah, I could watch the fight while I'm waiting for the bus to come and all that. So
B&B, bro. Boxing and breakfast.
yeah,
I think the fight is tomorrow, actually.
what fight?
Bieber versus Vet.
It is. No, it is at 10 a.m. It is because time difference. No, tomorrow in Russia is November. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
the shit is crazy, bro.
The
But,
time difference. Yeah.
It's time zones, bro. Like, you know how it works. But
Honestly, we're blessed to have Turkey. I think that motherfucker's not done with the November card. I think he's gonna add one more.
No, and the thing is that what I like about the current situation, it was a get with or get rolled over kind of situation. When you think about it, that you already saw Radio go over there, Isaac go over there, David Morel go over there, Alberto Puello go over there. Puello is one of the most Dominican last names I've ever heard. Every Puello I've ever met in my life was from the Dominican Republic. And what I like about this is it was a battle of attrition to where, you know, the PBC tried to hold out, but you just ain't got the materials to do that. You don't have.
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time.
The last domino is that little purse wearing boy.
No verdad. Y
Yeah.
yo te lo voy a decir. Even I didn't believe it. Even I didn't believe it. They told it to me earlier today. He might go. He might go.
Who watching
Pájaro.
novelas?
But
Yeah,
who?
what
But
is
who's
that,
gonna?
bro?
But who? I don't know. But who is he gonna fight?
That sounds like Chilean talk.
Bro, who is that?
I'm
what
sorry.
they-
No, I'm sorry. It was me.
It was you?
That's you, Leo.
He watches Spanish porn.
He's watching Spanish pornography.
What the-
Ya me va a echar la culpa ya.
Pornografía en SAP. ¿Entiendes? Inglés sin barrera. But yeah, yo, you know what I'm saying? That David going over there, I love it. They try and fight it too. They try and fight it like they not happy that he go. I see they not happy he going over there, though. You think they happy, but no. Esa gente, te lo voy a decir, se van a desaparecer because they can't live it down. The way things are looking, and it's just based on him going over there. That's really bad. That's actually a really bad omen for the PBC. That you had to outsource him, even if it is just for one fight. And it, you know, one fight could turn into two, could turn into three. When he cashed that check, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, Turkey not playing.
Bro,
Mhm.
those people are gone. Even fucking Ellerby, where the fuck he been at?
Nah, that dude is at the store buying a new dildo, bro.
Probably.
That dude got a lot of time on his hands. He ain't got to promote Rolly no more.
Yo me olvidé de ese hombre. Oh my god. Like,
No, yeah, Stefano Espinoza. You know he's on LinkedIn.
Hey, what if
LinkedIn.
you start debating that person? They turn the camera on and it's Steven.
Espinoza, right? I'm hoping
Yeah.
it's him, bro. That would be a plot twist. But it crashed and burned. And I guess what I don't like as a conqueror, because I conquer shit, is that those people aren't worth fighting. They're not worth arguing with. Why? Because when you lose, you'll just disappear. And it'll be like you were never here.
And
That's
they
what's
talk the most. And
Remember?
let's not forget Thurman left PBC too.
Sort of. I mean, sort of in the sense that it was still within the PBC umbrella, the Brock Jarvis fight. We know that they're not the ones who paid for it. We know
Yeah.
it's not really your show. Like, it's not your show. Really, it's not. But it was still within their field of operations. Pero ya que eso pasó. Okay, PBC's not putting up no money for you, Keith. Because your last fight, they didn't put the money up. Somebody else put the money up. What you going to do now? Retire for another 3 years? Come back in 2030?
When his hairline is all the way back.
Bro, by the time he come back, he ain't going to have eyebrows. It's just a
Gonna
fall
finally
off.
he's gonna master to play the flute.
Right? He's going to be playing the saxophone by the time he
Play jazz and shit.
Real. He's going to be Miles Davis by the time he come back.
I think he's gonna go back to welterweight and they're just gonna do some stupid ass shit.
Real, yo.
The guy I know he's retired for sure because he don't even have a rumor of having a trainer is Errol Spence.
Yeah,
And I like Errol Spence, by the way.
No, pero ya se acabó. Se acabó. You know? It's like it's a wrap for him. Like, bruh, come on. It's not gonna get easier to come back the more time passes, right? It's not gonna get easier. You
He's
know?
probably just buying horses and taking his kids to school and shit.
He's eating strawberries and shit, man. Come on.
Warm.
Uh-huh. He's eating strawberries and shit. You know? But that's what I don't like about this entire thing, that when the final hammer stroke comes and it's really over, they're gonna disappear. And it'll be like they were never here. Y toda esa mierda que ellos hablaron, it'll be for nothing. Be for nothing. Like the Wilder fans. ¿Cuánta mierda, cuánto disparate hablaron esa gente? And look at him now. Black
And
Prime, Wichita,
he-
Kansas.
And he just won, so you figured you see him and nothing.
Nada. Where's the reception? Okay, where are all the people from 2017 and 2018 and 29? Where'd they all go?
Where's the bomb squad, bro?
Bomb squad, right? ¿Qué pasó? And it's gonna be like that when the final hammer stroke comes. It'll be like they were never here, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But for the people like us who have been around and had to endure, yeah, it's annoying because y'all motherfuckers talk too much. You say too much shit, and just to be wrong, you know? Fuck them. Fuck them. It's turkey time. And this is good for boxing, not for nothing. Just the idea that that there's going to be a Russian, because there's never really been one. Just the idea that there's going to be a well-to-do, well-financed Russian promoter. I like that. so that they don't have to keep coming here and getting fucking jerked. Yeah, I like that. Shake it up, make it interesting, okay? If there's an outfit over there, you see how much we benefit from Mr. Honda and taking promotions. That we're getting some really good fights in Japan every so often because there's a well-to-do promotional outfit over there that can accommodate their fighters. The Russians have been getting fucked. Just in general, the Eastern Europeans have been getting fucked left and right. They got to come to America to do everything, and they don't get any fucking consideration when they do. So I like the idea that, well, now the IBA is acting as a promoter, because you're not going to go back to amateur boxing. You're not going to get that recognition back from the IOC. So if you're going to act as a promoter now, financing fights, big time fights for Russian fighters, yeah, I like that shit. I like that shit. That's good news. Because I am part Russian. Look at my face. I look like fucking, better beef. On a diet.
You just need your leather. You just need your leather jacket and your black, turtleneck shirt, and you're good.
Turtleneck. I have a leather. You want me to put it on? I got a turtleneck and a leather jacket. Jacket.
No.
I mean, I don't want you to model for me. I ain't gay. I'm just saying you missing the leather jacket.
No,
Take it easy, guy.
If you want us to believe you, you have to go with the tracksuit, and you have to do the slap squat.
Okay, I actually can do the slap squat. I don't because I'm old and my joints are old, but I can do it. I could do it a few times. I can do it. Just like I could do the one-handed pull-ups at least 4 to 5 times. No more than I can do them. It's gonna look shit, but I can do them.
If you could do single leg pistol squats on both legs, you can do that dance.
Is that where the jizz shoots out?
Sure.
But yeah, and Bam, like, I love what they did for Bam, because I didn't know if we were even gonna get that fight. So all Bam has to do is take care of business in a little over a week's time, 2 weeks from now, basically, and we get the Puma fight, which is the best fight in the super flyweight division right now. Like, yeah, that's the best fight. Puma has a solid run, solid resume. Took the IBF from Moncajas, took the WBA from Ioka. Him and Bam is a great fight, and I'm really looking forward to that. I don't get any upset energy from Fumalele Kafu. I think Bam is going to beat him. I think Bam's going to knock him out. So, the calendar's looking real fucking good, man. Real fucking good. Which country?
Man, I'm thinking about going to the Berlanga. Well, yeah, the Berlanga Shiraz fight in Brooklyn. Thinking about it.
It's gonna be a good fight. I mean, like, that's a good card. It's an underrated card. It just doesn't have much drawing power. But is it a good card? Yeah, Puello and Matias is a good fight.
Yo, I think a 70 pesos, mi loco.
Yo, bottom shits, yo. Fuck
Hell
that
yeah.
shit.
Hey, matter of fact, anybody got fuck anybody got? Who y'all got in that one? Berlanga Shiraz.
Honestly, I'm gonna and I'm playing this one close to the chest, Alex. I'm gonna go with Shiraz.
All right.
There's nothing if you just look at Berlanga, there's nothing that says that he got better, that he improved. Not really. Like, what? You lost to Canelo. What? That's it. Shiraz had one bad fight. You've had several. The Steve Rolls fight was a bad fight. The Romer Angulo fight was a bad fight. The Coceres fight was a bad fight. And there's one more, I think. There's one more. It was Steve Rolls, Marcelo Coceres, Romer Angulo.
Even the fight he had with the what's his name? Coceres, he didn't look good. The guy he fought in New York, Quackley, he didn't look all that either.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah.
He fought quickly.
No, but I think the Quigley was, of all those fights you are mentioning, that was his best fight, because he was actually trying to box. He was trying to look decent, and he looked for a punch and he found it, and he stopped.
Yeah, but didn't Demetrius Andrade knock out Quigley in like a round or something?
Yeah.
No, I'm not telling you this. It was a marvelous performance of Berlanga, but he tried to box. It's the only thing. It was better than fucking Steve Rolls and
No, but
these two guys.
thing, though, if Berlanga to me he's not this crazy puncher because he has many guys right in front of him. He had Angulo right in front of him.
Yep.
He had Caceres right in front of him.
Yep.
He had Canelo, like older, smaller guy fighter, by the way, right in front of him, and he couldn't do shit. But he was worried about like 25 pounds on fight night.
Él fue un crucero. He was a cruiserweight the night of the fight.
Él
Bro.
era el titania ahí en ese jodido ring.
And
he couldn't do
running
shit.
from an older, smaller dude. It's like if I just isolate Berlanga, like there are no highlights here. Whereas with Shiraz, while you did look shit with Adames made you look really fucking bad. That's one fight.
Yo te voy a decir una vaina, man. If the last guy he fought would have released on the parole 6 months earlier, he wouldn't won that fucking fight. He was whooping.
No, I'm saying
In Spurs, he was hitting what's his name? He was hitting Berlanga in Spurs. The thing is, it was just you can tell the dude was out of shape as fuck.
Yeah, that dude that just did like a 10-year bid or some shit like that. Like,
Te digo, si lo sueltan 6 months earlier, bro, like he beat Berlanga.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, but Julius, I understand why you're nervous about the pick because everything related to boxing tells you that Shiraz should win the fight.
Yeah.
But why do you pick him? Because I think you know your shit. I don't think you're delusional. And Shiraz was one weight category below you, and he moved up to face you. But what you were talking of him before he moved up, what did you see on him that make you choose him as an opponent? It was just because he was small, or because you know something about him that we don't?
I think
That's
this.
the problem.
You're asking why did Edgar pick him, right?
Yeah.
Because of the Carlos Adames fight. That's why.
No,
Edgar picked him.
no. He
Yeah,
was
pretty
talking about,
much.
no. He was talking about Shiraz way before the Adames fight.
Really?
Do you remember the hit list?
Really? He wanted Shiraz before that fight.
Do you remember the hit list that it was mentioned that he wanted to fight Canelo and all these other guys?
Uh-huh.
Shiraz was there in the hit list, and that was before the Adames fight.
What do you think that there's like a sparring story there or something?
Most likely, I think he knows something from him that intimate, something intimate from him. That's something that should be private about him getting hurt or maybe something like that. So he said, "Look, this is a guy with some kind of a profile. I want to fight him, and he is smarter than me. He's coming from middleweight." But
Yeah, I mean-
because he was talking about him, he was talking about Chris Eubank Jr. I think
Mhm.
all these guys are. It was a weird hit list. The only weird
No, y
name on that
también
hit
se
list
sabe la mentalidad que él tiene that that Edgar's only going to pick a guy that either, I don't even count Canelo, like, bro, who doesn't want Canelo? But if Edgar wants to fight you, yeah, it's got to be because he thinks he's got some kind of angle on you or some shit.
Yeah.
It's got to be. You know what his
Yeah, you're
mentality
moving-
is.
You're moving like a pitch, and all of us, you're moving like a pitch, and all your moves so far has been the moves of a pitch. So this one has to be that also.
So he's a
So
bitch.
what's the angling?
Hey, Jules, I got a quick question. It's not Berlanga though. Who do you think is the easier fight for Benavidez, Yard or Callum Smith?
I think the easier fight is Smith. Easier.
Really?
The reason
Whoa.
The reason I think it's easier is because we've seen on more than one occasion, if you get inside on Callum, he gets flustered. If you put him on the back foot, he gets flustered. And what is David? An inside fighter. Do I think Callum punches harder than David? Absolutely. But he needs room to get the shot off. He needs room to generate that power. His power is in his straight punches. Okay, I don't read too much into his catch and counter left hook because the French guy he knocked out, bro, that dude is chinny as fuck. He already got knocked out before that. It's his straight right that I really like when he can get full extension on the arm and drive the punch. That, yeah, I think he hits harder than David, but I don't know, or I don't know that you're going to get the room to get that shot off. And if he gets inside on you, it's the John Ryder fight all over again, except with a bigger guy.
I think.
Hey, Jules, I think that's true at 168. I think it's not at 175.
We
bro.
we don't know that though.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's how I feel from watching his career. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was comfortable when Canelo and him fought at 160. I was like, this ain't gonna be nothing
I mean,
dangerous. Like,
I got
Let's-
David, but I got David for different reasons. I think he's gonna get caught with the right hand, just the way he walks forward into punches. Even though I think he has a really underrated defense. I'm talking about David Benavidez.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I think Callum is gonna lose the fight is because I think eventually Benavidez's press is gonna get to him, just like Canelo press got to him. And if he's a smaller fighter, because Canelo was a smaller fighter than Callum too, if a smaller fighter can get that much pressure on, and Ryder, by the way, got that much pressure on you, I
Eso
think
es lo que es, eso es lo que
Benavidez
estoy diciendo.
is just gonna mow you.
It's a double-edged sword because you say that, look, for a fighter who's about 6'3", 6'4", to be fighting guys that are 5'7" and 5'8", that's very fucking awkward también. It's awkward because they're so small. It's such a small target. Whereas David would present a big target that stands upright, shoulders square, y gordo. So it's hard to miss him. So there's two ways to look at that. But if I'm comparing Callum to Anthony in terms of danger, I feel like Anthony's a more dangerous fight because Anthony, I don't know that he cracks as hard as Callum. Power is negligible between those two, but I do think he's more well-versed on the inside than Callum. He's more comfortable on the inside than Callum, and we have many examples of that. So, David, if he catches you, you know.
Pero ese es mi problema. I don't think he gets on the inside against David, bro.
David's not gonna box on the outside, bro. Forget about that. Like,
you know
you
what
think
I mean?
David's gonna shake and bake and shimmy?
I don't think Yard's gonna be
get on the back
I
foot.
told you my prediction yesterday, man. I told you my prediction yesterday. I was like, I think he makes it look like an entertaining fight for a little bit, but David washes him unanimously, bro. Just outvolumes him. He might even stop him, bro.
Let's see. Let's see. No, because I don't, because I'm not even at odds with that prediction. It could happen if one thing that I think is David may have a better engine than Anthony Yard. Yeah, he might have a better engine than him. Right. So you might get off to a strong start, and in the second half of the fight gets away from you. But it could get interesting that the X factor of that fight is, this is not a guy you really gotta chase, Anthony Yard. You don't gotta chase Anthony.
Well,
if you want to fight on the inside, he'll oblige you.
I guess it begs the question: do you think David has enough power to keep Anthony respectable and off of him?
And that's the weird thing. That honestly, country, I don't know.
But here's the thing: for everybody on this panel who's competed and fought, y'all know, it is. You don't need just power. Volume alone can keep you off. You know what I mean? Volume alone can keep you off.
But here's the thing: Anthony Yard got into shootouts with Artur better beef.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, he paid the price, and he paid the price.
No, he did. But I'm saying that in the moment, right? Right? It's kind of like if you pick up a 75 and then you pick up a 60. Oh, this 60 don't feel like shit.
Yeah.
And then he turned around, and then he also had the nerve to shoot out with Kovalev and get knocked out by a jab.
Yeah, but no. Look, that's the gas tank issue because he was doing fairly well.
And that was like what, round 11 or 10 or something.
And he was very inexperienced going into that fight.
Yeah.
Like,
they foolishly told him to empty the tank.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that for a guy. He's in the fight with Better Beef. He's felt the power. He still decides to exchange. He still decides to trade, right? When you go in there with David don't even hit like that. Yeah, he throw a lot of punches, but it's not that much on him.
So we can agree.
Willing to trade. You was willing to trade with Artur. I think, you'll be willing to trade with
That's
David.
what I'm saying. We can agree this is a pick 'em then. There's a lot of variables here.
What is Yard's best win?
Fucking Lyndon Arthur,
bro. Lyndon Arthur.
Bro,
strange things happen, country.
Hey, it's easier to talk about his best loss, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's where he looks the best.
Because it's look at Kamala Harris. You'd never vote for her.
I would clap her cheeks.
bro.
But she has a fat motherfucker. Like she's so.
Oh,
would
dude, you
clap
gotta
her
get
cheeks.
over
Joel,
that shit
Bro,
already, man.
bro, no,
Damn.
we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I would clap her cheeks, bro.
Oh, here
Bro.
we go, man. You know
Hey,
what?
you will make sure you can
Shout out to
unburden
Montel
what
Williams,
has
bro.
been. You know what I'm saying? Unburden.
Come
what
on,
has been.
undefeated. Unburden what has been for what has come. Come on, bro. Come on.
Bro, I'm
I'll-
gonna
Hey,
unburden
y'all
the balls in
motherfuckers
her,
must
bro. For real.
All right,
unburden
you know
what has
let's
been
let's
burdened
stick to
and
boxing, damn it.
unburden
Hey.
what has to come.
Hey, speaking of that shit, did y'all hear that they're planning on having a UFC fight at the White House, bro?
Yeah, you know that I heard that it could be John Bones Jones versus Tom Aspinall.
You serious?
Yeah, but it's
John. Wait, no. John rejoined the testing pool, virtuoso.
Yeah, but it's
Oh,
kind of
right. So he's not
trashy, bro.
retiring.
Just say. I mean, look. I'm be real. Y'all know I'm not into MMA. I'm not into that shit. But if it's them two, yeah, I'm buying that fight, and we going live.
Yeah.
So
If it's them two, I'm buying that fight, and we going live.
Yeah,
If that happens,
I'm not in
mad
the
stupid. 'Cause he was like, "No, he deserves to retire." You know,
I'm not into MMA, but for that fight, I'm gonna stream it, bro, illegally.
Do you, man? That's the way I've been doing it.
hey, so who do you think is Benavidez' best win, Plant or Morrell?
I would say you want my honest opinion, bro. I'm gonna be real. The Plant win is aging like an avocado, right? He just lost the rendezvous.
Yeah.
He just lost the rendezvous. Then Andre ain't even back yet. That fight, what was that, 2 years ago?
No, I said Morrell, not Andre.
No. Listen to me. You asked what's his best win, and I'm looking at like, I will Plant that win is not aging well. Andre, he fell off the face of the earth, dog. Like he's somewhere in Rhode Island on a driveway.
Drunk.
I guess David Morrell. I guess, right? I guess.
Yeah.
Porky Medina.
Porky Medina, yo.
Andre Durrell.
Not Andre. He didn't fight Andre Durrell. He fought Anthony Durrell.
But can he move like me?
Whatever. It's the same thing. Same difference.
For real. You know? And no, David Morrell is his best one, I think.
Yikes.
Fuck.
That with 11 fights.
Shout out to WMMA. Don't trust anything John Jones says. Narcissist. You never know, man. If Trump give him a bag, why would you? Where's Don? He does the best.
Hey, you can call the man what you want, but he ain't never been defeated.
Wait a minute. What's up with Don? He should get into boxing. Like, fuck this politics shit. Like, he used to have fights in the 80s and shit like that. Come on, man.
No, I'm talking about Don. No, wait a minute. I'm talking about Don Madrazo. He does the best fucking Trump impression.
Who's fucking rubbing one off on the goddamn mic, dude, man?
That's
I know.
virtuoso, bro.
Bro, why you gotta
man.
bust him out,
What
Joe
are you
Country?
talking
Why you gotta
about?
bust him out, bro? Let him rub out in peace, bro.
That's
That's kind of gay, dog. Let the man rub one out, bro. Like,
ever since we mentioned Canada and busting cheeks, you know,
Nah,
and
man,
noise
yeah.
popped up.
I'm gonna be
Nah,
real.
hey,
That
you
ever,
talking about
no,
Kamala,
listen.
and
I'm gonna be
handle
real.
this
That
real
ever
quick.
since we mentioned that, it hasn't even left my fucking mind.
bro, he's
Oh,
on.
man, come on.
You got a chubby going on or what?
Something going
So you
on
still
down there. I
thinking about
gotta
the
check
Blue
it out.
Waffle?
She's
What's going on?
aroused your chubby pickle. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, like, I mean, she's
Hey,
not bad
hey,
looking
but
broad, dog. She's
Did
just
y'all
not.
see her back in her heyday? God damn.
God damn.
Hey,
Nah,
that
but
was Willie Brown's side piece. Remember that?
that was
Sound
Montel's
good.
side piece before
Shit.
that. Damn, Montel was big when we were young too, man. Like his show was big, dog. Montel Williams, man.
Former Navy
Hey,
SEAL
man.
too. He's a former Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
Herbie ODG says on Sky Mexico they show all boxing for free.
Yeah. Mexico got it good, man. They show all the boxing down there for free, man. They got
Yeah.
it good down there, shit. They don't got to worry about that shit. But to answer your question, country, at least to me, the Anthony Yard fight is a more dangerous fight than the Callum Smith fight. I think it is, because this is a guy who can punch and is willing to trade with you, and you don't have to find him. That can take a punch, because Artur had to fuck him up, dog. It's not like it was a one and done. Artur had to whoop his ass to finally get him out of there.
He didn't
Yeah,
do to
he
him
might
what
have a problem. He might have a. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm picking him, but this
he
is
didn't.
gonna
He didn't do to him. He didn't do to him what he did to Joe Smith. You know. I mean,
I can't do triangle theory though, bro. I can't. I want to, but I can't. I gotta resist it. Can't do triangle theory. I gotta.
No, it's not a triangle theory, because David never fought Joe Smith. David never fought Joe Smith.
Yeah, but when you ever bring in like another fighter, what they did with someone else compared to another guy, that's still triangle. You're still theorizing three people. So
K Max says Benavidez' best win is overcoming obesity.
bro. Hey, hold on. He's got one more best win.
Wait, what the fuck? Who said that? That shit's great.
Potentially, he could overcome cocaine.
K Max said that.
No, but yeah. The yard fight, I think that's what makes that a more dangerous fight. That this guy will punch with you. He will punch with you. If he was willing to punch with Artur, he'll be willing to punch with you. And you know,
for sure.
Yeah,
for
I just
sure.
see David getting caught, bro.
He's gonna
He
be in
does
there
not.
sounding like
Really
Bill
not
Cosby.
down.
David's
Dude,
gonna hit him and he's gonna be like a piece of paper. Somebody
The
hit
only
me with a piece
reason
of
he
paper.
got that name was because Mike Tyson saw some highlight reels.
yeah.
Yo.
That
Speaking
was
of
it,
obesity,
dude. That was it. The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster. Go ahead, Undefeated.
fight that guy and
yo,
you hit him
speaking
really
of
hard.
obesity, have y'all seen him in the gym again? That motherfucker like
Ese
230.
tipo. Yo, I seen it. Yo, the dude is huge. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
how is he gonna make 175, bro? He
The
looked
memo
like a
shakes.
cruiserweight,
Venezuela,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, you better hope you don't miss weight.
Venezuela.
You know, and that'll be a good fight when the time comes. But ultimately, I'm still more happy than critical that he decided to make the move. Like, yes, bro, fucking fight people. And listen, if you lose the yard, right, it's not the end of the world. You know, it's not like it don't have to be. Now, your ass, I'm gonna let you have it because you did get exposed if you lose, and I'm gonna be a real big fucking asshole. I'm gonna talk a lot of shit. But it doesn't have to be the end of the world if you lose to that guy, bro. That era of I need to stay unbeaten. Yes, please stop, dog. Just fight, bro. Just fight. Because very few boxers are gonna come into the sport and leave undefeated. Like that cannot be the goal, bro. You gotta accept that at some point I might lose.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, the way to stay undefeated, you really got to cut corners.
okay, but the thing is, you're gonna have to do a lot for me to forget that, dude. You went out of Vivo's back with Mauricio Suleiman to straight fucking Vivo to get a fucking bacon title, and now you cannot lose against Yarden. That's what I'm saying. You cannot fucking get a bacon
If he
email
loses his
title.
email belt to Yard, I'ma laugh so hard, bro.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. It's not about losing. It's about you're doing the sneaky shit to get a fucking title just to make people look bad. Really,
Leo, which is why Benavidez losing is justified. Because he got away with all this fucking. They cooking him on the boxing boys. They call him this elevated ass ninja.
Dude, the funny thing is he remember when he went all the way down to like you know to Abu Dhabi and like after the Bibola and Benavidez fight, and he had to leave because his flight was leaving or whatever. I was like, bro, so you got like on a flight for like 12 hours, see the fight, and they got back to a plane, bro. I mean,
I don't think he even saw the fight.
I don't think so either.
I
But
think he didn't even say to watch fucking.
I don't really think he even went to fucking Saudi.
Just to
he
go
was just
there,
capping.
just to go there anywhere for fucking Jordan.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like, so you just left. So we're gonna talk like you're not rich. Like,
That's the problem. You are doing so much crazy shit to fucking lose to Jordan. No, you have to stay undefeated. On my eyes, in my opinion, you have to stay undefeated. You have to keep winning for me to give you some kind of a credit. Me personally, for me to give you some kind of a credit, because every fucking move you made is slimy. Is some kind of.
It is. But I'm
shit,
trying to be positive that at least the fat fuck is fighting somebody, right?
Fuck David Benavidez and your pussy.
God damn.
Yeah, at least he's fucking fighting
really
somebody.
feel, Leo.
You know what I'm saying? At least he's fighting. But no, look, if he fucking loses, as soon as he steps out of the bubble, not for nothing, because that's how it would be. If the moment you stepped out of the biosphere, you lost. Yeah, that's bad, dog. But you know what they're gonna do, Leo? They're gonna disappear. Mirage is gonna walk into the Outback, and he's never gonna come back, right? Kiwi is gonna fill his pocket full of rocks and jump into Oceania. He's
He's gonna be in the coral reef.
right with the fucking Titanic. He's gonna be in Mariana's Trench, right?
Throwing dice with Davy Jones and shit.
Exactly. So they're not gonna own up to it, Leo, is what I'm saying. They're not. They're like, yo, y'all really back this fucking hype job?
It's not the backing, it's how they do it. The energy they put into it, and David this, David that. Same with Wilder. Wilder this.
Yeah,
Wilder.
I've said it before too that the number of fans it doesn't make sense, the number of online hate. Like there's a lot, and it seems like it's almost like bots or something, because it's absurd. Like, and not only that, but like, I mean, I haven't been like the hugest Canelo fan in a while. Like, he's good and everything. I don't think he's that great, but he's a good fighter and all that stuff. But I'm kind of like more rooting for him more now, because there's a lot of fucking Canelo hate. Like everybody has Bud winning this fight. Like all the stuff I see online, it's like everyone saying Bud is gonna win. But
you know what that is? That ain't all Benavidez fans, don't. That's not all Benavidez fans. You know what I mean?
There's two things going on at the same time. One is like the Benavidez thing, like the Benavidez I hate Canelo thing, and then this whole Bud Crawford fight. It's like I'm kind of like find myself now, because I haven't really bought his pay-per-views in a while, and I'm kind of finding myself rooting for him, because I feel like he's the underdog now. Like I'm kind of more of like a just going for him just because of all the hate. It's like you guys are a lot of people are fucking hating this dude. I didn't realize how many people actually hate Canelo.
Well, no, I mean let's also say this though, that because real life ticket sales and real life metrics always tell the story. It's not that it's a whole lot, it's the online community. Now, what does the online community primarily consists of? Young people that don't buy anything. Look, the PBC faction of fans, the Haymanites that we're always talking about, they primarily exist online because they just did a fight for Sebastian Fundora. Nobody fucking went. The Cordell Booker fight, right? A Plant versus Resendiz. Nobody bought tickets to that shit. They comped all of that. They paid for the house.
Yeah, my buddy went to that fight. He had a conference in Vegas, and he went for free.
Yeah, they papered the house.
Yeah.
So all this Haymanite love and all of these proponents and this entire coalition, whatever, right? It's an online phenomenon. It's not even really fucking real. They may as well be bots. They may as well be, because it's like
it seems like it seems very strange to me that there are that many videos, that many and I'm seeing a lot of AI kind of videos too, but that many comments and that many posts saying, I mean, have you seen the memes where Canelo's knocked out on the canvas and is bloodied?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that shit's everywhere. It's so weird. I'm like, why do people hate this guy this much?
Listen. I'm a little older than you, Don, by like maybe 20 years. I'm a little older than you by 20 years. So check it out. They don't hate Canelo anymore now than they hated Mayweather. Because it's the same. It's the same.
Mayweather got a lot of hate too.
That towards the end, they really fucking hated that guy. Especially towards the end. And Canelo's kind of like that in the sense that there are people that have a rooting interest in him losing. They just, and it's always gonna be that way. Don't you see that when AJ was doing his thing, and before he gets beat by Ruiz, there were people that hated the guy, but what's the hate? He wants to unify the division, and he is unifying the division, He was the only unified champion at the time in the heavyweight division, obviously. So what was there to hate about the guy? He's fighting, he's winning, he's knocking people out. He says he wants to unify.
Yeah, I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. Again, like it's not like I hate the guy. I think he's good. He's great. He's a great fighter. He's had a great career. I really liked him after that Danny Jacobs fight, and I like the Road to Undisputed and all that. And then after that, I was just like, dude, this guy's got to like just hang it up. Like, what else does he have to prove? And just became less and less interested once I saw kind of like
no, Don. Look, Don, your take is valid.
Down the pipe.
Your take is valid. Your take is valid. That look, come on, like nobody gets out of bed with their dick hard because he fucking fought John Ryder in Mexico.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Come on,
exactly.
Nobody's gonna lose their mind and call their buddies, "Hey, he's fighting Edgar Berlanga," right? No.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
The only one of those fights that I felt, I liked this fight was Munguia. Because I know Munguia is gonna fight. I know he's gonna try. That
was a good back and forth. I saw the fight. I saw the fight. I saw more of the. I didn't see the fight actually. I saw previews, but it looked good. Like what I saw previews or I'm sorry, highlights. I saw the John Ryder fight. That was pretty awesome though.
It was a good. Was it a good fight? Yes, but you can't fault anyone.
John, if you notice in the 12th round, what I took away from that at the last. Like 15 seconds of the 12th round, John Ryder threw a haymaker and clocked Canelo right.
Oh yeah,
and it wobbled him.
I do remember that.
Like he got hit, and Canelo proceeded to come forward, and I was like, bro, you got fucking rocked.
yeah.
Hey, bro, and you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because this is a point I wanted to make when people talk about a person's chin. Everybody, when they base somebody, this motherfucker's chin is good or it's not good, they always base it off of. Have they been knocked down? That's not what a good chin is. Like, tell me you don't know boxing without telling me you don't know boxing. A good chin is once the punch lands clean, whether you get knocked down or not, how does your body respond? That's what a good. Like, look at Marquez. You know what I mean? Like, you can knock him down as many times as you want. It won't make a fucking difference. You know what I mean? Like people are automatically assume, this dude's been knocked down a couple times. His chin sucks. If you knock me down and I pop right back up and there's no after effects,
and you recover,
lingering, and I'm ready to go, my chin is strong. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what people don't get, bro. Like, thank you for putting that out, bro.
It's true. People get knocked down got a lot of haters, man. Canelo's got a lot of haters. Is the bottom line, but that's also how you know that he's towards the end. Because like I said, that's how it was for Mayweather. They couldn't stand his ass.
Yeah. I didn't even buy the Manny that Manny fight, him and Manny.
You didn't buy him and Manny? You're crazy.
I did not buy it. I fucking knew it was gonna be a snoozer, dude. I just knew it. The guy I didn't want to buy it. And then at the end of the night, and when I came home from work and I was chilling out, I saw the news, and all I saw was fucking Mayweather standing there with his little finger pointing up. And because he won, he like by his chest, you know how he does that one thing, and
I remember.
I was like, "Fuck this!" I knew it was gonna be a snoozer, dude. People were fucking people were so all I remember from that is so many people were fucking pissed.
I remember the undercard, and I just thought to myself, and then I'm drunk a little bit, because I went to a fight party to see it. I remember thinking this undercard is not worthy of this event. That was the first gripe I had. That when I look back on how I felt watching that event all the way to the main event, even though I love being right, and I was right, Floyd won. I can show you the Facebook post where I said it. That was such a shit card, man. Top to bottom shit.
The one thing I immediately heard, I remember hearing, was that Manny threw a lot more punches, and that Manny was backing him up, and then Manny was throwing and then. That's what I heard from a lot of people too. There was a moment, and this is in the first half of the fight where Manny starts throwing punches and bunches. It was a moment, Don. It was just a moment. It didn't last.
Yeah, it's like it wasn't a good fight. Any way you slice it, that look, we all watch boxing. We could be experts in all the bullshit, but we watch boxing to be entertained. That was not an entertaining fight at all. It wasn't. It wasn't. And I love being right, but that was not a fun fight. It wasn't. For all the hullabaloo, it wasn't.
For all the years of waiting, we got that.
It was two good moments where Pacquiao actually rocked Mayweather in the first half of the fight, and after that, it was all Floyd.
Yeah.
Is there a chance we get a rematch of that shit?
No, please, no.
No, dude, no.
Be honest,
I don't care to see Floyd Mayweather in the ring again. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, I don't want to see that shit, bro. I'm tired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I-
well, we're about to see
you
Manny.
know what I'd rather see? I'd rather see Chris Eubank and what's his name again?
Yeah,
Connor Ben.
Conroy.
Yeah.
Conroy.
I'd rather see that. I mean, I was surprised. I was thoroughly entertained the whole fight. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, no, it was like it.
You know?
It exceeded. I didn't even think it was gonna be that good. Like,
I thought it was gonna
Yeah,
be a
we were
piece of
all
shit.
caught off guard, man. All of us.
So you know, like
Did you see Rolly roll up on him when he was doing an interview with what's his name?
what he rolled up on who? Connor?
On Connor Ben. Yeah, he was Connor Ben was doing an interview with what's his name? The guy that did the interview with till this day.
Oh,
Radio
Raheem.
Raheem.
Radio Raheem. And then Connor Ben sitting there. You know, Connor Ben dude, when both of those guys showed up on screen together, I'm like, both of these guys get laid.
Yeah.
Both of these guys. Yeah. Connor Ben has that like,
He speaks. No, listen. He's a guy with a British accent who can speak Spanish. You got to keep the pussy off him, bro. Like, you're getting everything, bro. Like, you go around and he's absorbing all the pussy in the surrounding environment.
Yeah,
like,
but when him and Rolly were talking, it's like, oh, these two, like, they've got something going on together. You know, like they know they could, you know. Like these two guys, these
fucking guys are dangerous, man.
Bro,
like,
his Spanish is good. Barrios, espero que estés bien. I'm like, oh shit.
I know,
yo,
dude.
bro, dog, he speaks better Spanish than Edgar Berlanga, than Danny Garcia.
Edgar Berlanga speaks horrible Spanish, dude. That guy should be ashamed. He should. You know what? He needs to stop.
You read my mind. That's literally what I like. Edgar should be ashamed of him.
He should be ashamed, dude. Like you can't. You're embarrassing yourself, bro.
He got better Spanish.
The level of a Jono Sabo.
He got better Spanish than William Skull, bro.
Yeah, but what's that really saying? Is that really saying much?
Oh, yo soy la isla.
How about David? Does he have better than David Morrell?
David Morrell and fucking William Skull are fucking peas in a pod, dog. If they both talking at the same time, I can't tell who's talking to who, dog. Peas in a pod, dog. I'm gonna think he talking to himself, bro. Like,
is that Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other? And shit?
Yeah, it's that shit, dog. Like, I ain't gonna be able to tell who talking. I'll be right back after these commercial messages.
That shit's funny, man.
Oh, I wanted to take this opportunity to tell Shake about Michael.
Sure.
Oh.
Look, I saw him on Twitter talking about the Jarde fight.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't happy.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be Callum. And I was saying to Michael, dude, you cannot blame Callum for this one. He got offered that fight by Turkey for crazy money, and David rejected because he's supposed to be a Vegas fighter. And now he's going to Saudi for Jarde. If Callum didn't want to take the fucking fight, it was probably because they were offering him less money for that fight in Las Vegas. Now he went to Saudi for Jarde. That's suspicious by himself, but this is the thing. If David Benavidez has a shitty ass resume, that's not my problem. I understand that people want him to fight better guys, but I don't think you can put that shit on the other guys to accept the terms just because Davis doesn't have a real resume after 10 years. Because that's what it is. Everyone has to acquiesce to fucking David the Monster Benavidez because he doesn't have the bodies on his resume. So Callum Smith has to go to Las Vegas under David Benavidez terms, and Gerardo has to fight him, and Bivol has to give up the fucking Better trilogy because David Benavidez has to fight him, has to have his title shot. Everyone, and fucking Canelo has to give every fucking concession just to get the David Monster Benavidez, whatever the fuck. I'm fucking tired of the. I hate the fucker. Really. I fucking hate him. And his fucking father. And Samson. Especially Samson. And I told you guys, but when Samson was talking about we're working in the Callum Smith fight, I'm sure that's a good indicator that the fight is gonna is gonna come true. Every time fucking Samson says one shit, it's gonna be the opposite.
You don't think they'll try to pull out last minute, do you?
I don't know. With David Benavides, I don't really know, because he doesn't do this kind of shit really. Like Jarde is a legit top 10. He has lost a couple of fights. He has lost his title shots, but he is experienced. I don't think he's shot, not really. So yeah, this is a credible win. David Benavides doesn't have this kind of fight. He fought fucking Morrell coming from super middleweight. That's the best thing he has done. Wow.
Yep. That's true.
So yeah.
Everything went quiet all of a sudden.
I don't know. It's not even that I want Jarde to beat him. I don't think David Benavides is really that bad. My problem is your resume is fucking garbage at this point of your career, and everyone has to speculate. No, you're gonna beat this guy. You're gonna beat Canelo. You're gonna beat Bieber. You're gonna be better. Base it on fucking what? On nothing. On fucking Caleb Plant. On fucking David Morrell.
No, it's based on narrative and hope. That's what it's based on, bro. Narrative and hope.
Based on Demetrius Andrade. Yeah.
You know
he stopped Demetrius Andrade. By default, he stops people. Supposedly. Something like that. Some kind of logic weird logic has to be elaborate to make sense of David Benavides' resume. All the time.
Like I said, for the first time, we're seeing him fight somebody who's at the weight he should be at for now. He should be a cruiserweight, but he's easily making 175, so I'll give him that. He's finally fighting somebody who's naturally at that weight, who's not over the hill. Like, so that's why I said, like, thumbs up for this match. Like, I'd like to see this.
Yeah.
He's always fighting like smaller guys. He's always fighting smaller guys and, or older guys. And it's like, like, dude, your first fight at 175, you took up a dude who ain't fought in 3 years, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, you couldn't put a dent in him. You won, yeah, but you couldn't put a dent in him. Like, you didn't look your best. So it's like, all right, let me fight a shorter guy now. But all right, we picked Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard ain't no fucking slouch, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so at least he, took that fight. Fuck it. We'll see what happens,
Yeah, I mean, if he does win against Yard, which I think I'll be a bit impressed.
That's the thing. I am not gonna be impressed just because you beat the guy he has lost like 3 or 4 fucking times already.
Impressed? Not impressed. No. Not impressed. But if it's a good fight, it's a good fight. You know what I mean?
It's a good fight.
It's a good fight. Like, it is a good fight, and it is one of the more credible scalps in the light heavyweight division. There are worse guys to fight than that guy, So, on that note, I'm gonna fucking go to sleep because I want to go to the gym early in the morning. Fucking tired. It's been a long day. Happy 4th of July. Don't blow off your fucking.
See you later, man.
Don't blow off your fucking hand.
Happy 4th, everybody.
Happy 4th.
Okay, nos vemos.